Hey, welcome. In this video we address the question of what photos we need from you in order to do our painting. As it says on lots of parts of the website, we always work from photographs. Now the good news is that we do not need professionally taken photographs or even photographs taken with expensive camera equipment. The vast majority of our customers send us photographs that they've taken themselves on their smartphone, and that is more than adequate for us to work from. Quick word, if you do have professional photographs taken, you must make sure that you own the copyright. And it's not a given, even if you paid for the photographs, that you own the copyright, so you need to check with the photographer. But let's assume that you're one of the majority and you have sent us some smartphone photographs, or want to send us some smartphone photographs. What sort of pictures do we need from you? Well, first thing is that the subject in the photograph has to be in sharp focus. It may sound obvious, but it's surprising how often the subject isn't in sharp focus in some of the pictures that are sent to us. So please check that the subject is in sharp focus. Doesn't matter about the background, we're going to remove that and replace it with a painted background anyway. So just concentrate on the subject itself. So that's the first thing, focus. The second thing is over or under exposure, to give it a technical term. Ask yourself, does the photograph have large areas which are just black? Or does it have large areas which are just white, in which there's no detail? If there is, then we may well struggle to paint from those photographs if those areas of lack of detail are on the body of the subject. If they're in the background, doesn't matter, but if they're on the body of the subject, then they are an issue. It may be that your favourite photograph has that sort of problem. It's not an uncommon problem with smartphones. If so, send us the photograph, but send us some others which don't have that problem, and we'll use the expression from your favourite but some of the detail from the others. The third thing that we need to take into account is whether the photograph is a full face or not. Now, full face is what I'm doing with you now. A partial side profile is this sort of thing when I'm looking away from the camera, but you can still see a good part of my face, but you perhaps can only see one eye. A full profile is when I'm side on to the camera and all you can see is one side of my face. Now, none of those things are wrong or right, but you need to decide what you want. A profile picture is produces a very different painting to a full on or a slight side profile. And you just need to be aware of that, and we're very happy to have a discussion with you about that. Now the final thing you need to think about is the angle of view between the camera that took the photograph and the subject. Now I'm looking at you when I'm filming this straight on. My eyes are on a level with the camera. That's one way of doing it. That makes me of equivalent importance to the viewer. in a way. It's a bit of psychology, really. Another option is that the camera is looking down at the viewer, that there's a downward viewing angle. And some people prefer this a lot for photographs of animals, but they also like it sometimes for photographs of people as well. But it produces quite a different type of painting than the sort of on a level type of photograph. And if you look around an art gallery, you will see that by far and away the most common way of painting people, at any rate, is to be on a level with them. But if you, particularly with animals, as I say, quite a lot of people do like the downward view, where you're standing above the animal looking slightly downward at him or her. The third type of angle that you could have in your photograph is where the camera is looking up at the subject. Politicians love this sort of angle, quite honestly, because it makes them look powerful. And indeed, that's the case for everybody. It is quite effective as a way of making the subject of the painting look quite strong and powerful. So, not right or wrong, those things, those choices, up, down or level, but just think about it, because they do produce quite a different painting. I hope you found that helpful. If you want to talk more about the photographs that you're thinking of sending to us, we're very, very happy to do that. Just get in contact with us and we'll set up a call, either by phone or video call, to discuss that with you. So I hope you have a great day, and thank you for listening.